freaking sororities.
What's up, you guys? So we were reading some of the comments in some of our old videos, and we noticed that you guys have some requests.
A lot about the sorority life. You want to know about the experiences, you want to know about Rush, you want to know everything, and we're here to give it to you.
So like if we're not covering something that you feel like you want to know more about, just like comment. And
we are in the process of making this a thing. I don't even know.
Yeah. We want to help you basically as much as possible because like we know what it's like to come into this and like know nothing. So I know we tried to like set a schedule for uploading, but we
every Sunday,
but like
college is busy.
Yeah, I started working. It's like scheduling's hard. So basically we're just gonna like try to get a lot done and get it out to you guys. So yeah.
And anything you want to know, we'll put it in a video. Ask our good friend Erin.
Thanks, Erin. Shout out.
We love you, Erin. Erin's not gonna even watch this. It's freaking sororities.
Let's get started.
So first we're going to talk about why we decided to go through recruitment here at Nebraska. So personally, I wanted to go through recruitment because I'm from out of state and I do not know a single person here. So I was like, you get to move in a week early, so you get to meet everyone on your floor. It's a really good time. That's how we met, kind of. I just thought that joining a sorority would be a great place to find my family here and make this giant campus feel a whole lot smaller.
So I decided to rush. I also am from out of state, but I'm not from quite as far, but still nobody from my high school really comes here. And basically, like I wanted to be able to meet people and make friends, and I thought it'd be a really easy way to get involved like right off the bat, because I know that it's like there's so many like clubs and organizations that like as big universities especially, but I knew that like going through this would like lead me somewhere that like had like led me to like smaller opportunities first that would be like less scary and like easier to find, if that makes sense. Don't feel like you have to, like you don't have to go through recruitment, like you don't, like there's obviously going to be things for other people, and personally like this is something for me that worked really well.
And even if you don't necessarily think you want to be in a sorority, like if you ask any of my friends back home, they'd be like, Sammie is not the sorority type. Like you would not pick
There's
me in a
no
sorority
type, like especially here I've noticed like it's really diverse.
Like even within your own pledge class, you're like, there are so many different personalities, and I think everyone can find their place in any chapter.
Yes, like a lot of people, we're gonna do a different video just about the whole recruitment process because like that's a whole video in itself. Like if you want to know like what to wear, we will explain that all in a different video because that's probably too long for this one.
Okay, so we are gonna talk about why we chose our specific chapters and what stood out to us about our chapters.
Oh yeah, basically I'm in the Alpha Phi chapter here at Nebraska. So personally, I just felt a great connection with the girls that I went through recruitment talking to. Like you'll talk to like a ton of people in each house as you go through, and I feel like a lot of their personalities like matched mine, and like our energy levels like meshed really well, which was like so cool. And it just like I left the house not feeling uncomfortable and intimidated, but I just like left wanting to go back and wanting to be friends with those people. So I had a pretty good feeling about deciding that was the chapter I wanted to be a part of.
I'm a bit different than that. I was torn between two chapters. Right now I'm in Kappa Alpha Theta. And what I really looked through like throughout the whole recruitment process was that there was like a strong philanthropy and that I was hands-on, because I always was very involved with service like in high school and all throughout my summers, so I wanted to keep that going into college. So what really stood out to me about Theta was that we have Theta Giving Back Week and Theta's Week of Service. Okay, so we have 2 weeks every year where everyone in the house goes out into the community, and either you go to a retirement community or to a People Cities mission, and you just give back to the community here in Lincoln, and that really stood out to me about Theta. So we do not yet live in the house. We currently live in the dorms because we go through recruitment the week before school starts rather than summer recruitment.
So we already have our housing contracts and everything paid here, whereas like boys in fraternities, a lot of them do live in the first year because they go through, they do recruitment like now. Alpha Phi sorority is like women's heart health. Everything is focused about like the heart health of women, and which something that I think is cool about our philanthropy is we like every chapter does like a red dress gala. It's like and
like I have a friend at BGSU in Ohio, and she just had a red dress gala. And I was like, look!
Yeah, and so it's kind of cool to like see all my friends like across the country that are like also in Alpha Phi. And our first one was, it was called the Alpha Phi Super Bowl, and we like we had 2 weekends. We had like family weekend and students weekend, and we all went to like a bowling alley and like had fun bowling, and money is raised to support like women's cardiac care and like prevention. And we had a doctor from one of the local hospitals come in, like cardiac surgeon, and she like was showing us all this stuff about how to like stay healthy. And I think it's a really great cause, and especially like heart health is so like it impacts so many people, and especially like women like my sisters. I think it's like a really great cause.
Data's national philanthropy, CASA, which is court appointed special advocates, and it's basically just an organization that helps kids that are in the foster care system and helps them find their forever home. Each year we kind of change up our philanthropies in order to raise money. Last year they had cupcakes for CASA, and then this year our first philanthropy was a 5K for CASA. We ran around Memorial Stadium. It was pretty cute. It was early, but it was cute.
Yeah.
And then just last week, actually, we had cakes for CASA. So it was pancakes, and guys came to our house and made some pancakes, served them up, and we made like $7,000. So
Yeah.
Another advantage of being in a sorority is definitely the academic aspect of it all. So you have resources to girls with your same major who have taken the same classes, possibly with the same professor as you, so they can really help you out learning what to study, how to study for the class specifically.
Lots of advice on like what classes to take even, or like how to do like an assignment. And I know personally, like I feel so much more pushed to do well in school because like our GPA is impacted like the chapter as a whole GPA, and it's like I'm glad that I have that to work for, because otherwise I'd be like, I don't have to, like it's just me, like I need to pass. But like no, like this is such a great way like that I feel pushed to do well in my classes.
So within Theta, and I think a lot of sororities, we have an alumni Facebook page where we can connect with a lot of the alumni that have graduated from our chapter. And we even have an Excel document where the alumni put down their names, what they do, like a description of their job.
Real world connections.
Like they're open to having people shadow them. So it's a great way to explore different career options.
A lot of people come into like recruiting for a sorority with the expectation that it's just like a huge time commitment, and it's just like overwhelming. But personally, that's not been my experience at all. Like obviously there's things that are required of you, but I have not been overwhelmed at all by it, and it's like it's so manageable.
All you really have to do
for us
on an average on an average week is we have Monday night dinner.
It's like one night a week, and like you get like it's literally every week, so you get used to it. You like already know like this time is blocked out, and
you plan out your homework around it. It's really no big deal. We have requirements of like one service event and one learning module every semester. So a service event's usually 1 to 2 hours. I just did mine last week. They are not big requirements. They don't ask a ton of you.
Exactly. And like a lot of the times, like for us, it's just like you have to have like a super like achievable number of like volunteering hours, and a lot of the times it's like we have 20 people probably volunteer at Night to Shine, and so it's like you're doing it with your friends. And occasionally, like this has mostly just been a second semester thing, you'll have like a Saturday meeting. You get all of these things like on a semester calendar, like so
months
far
in advance.
So it's not like they'll just be like, surprise, you have to come hang out for 6 hours. You have to obviously be on top of your own schedule and be proactive about taking care of conflicts, but it's manageable.
What really surprised me about the Greek system as a whole, I would guess, is that freshmen can get into positions really
like starting
easily.
Second semester. Positions are like calendar years and not like academic years. So it's like our president will be the president for all of 2019 and not like fall 2018, spring 2019. So, and there's so many positions like with like different time commitments.
Personally, I'm the social chair, so I just plan socials.
Yeah. So like, and there's like, I know some people that are like in charge of like bid day or in charge of like mom's day, and it's like, so like if you just want to be able to just like plan a day, like that's cool, you can like apply to do that.
But there's also
really big
ones like
president, VP of recruitment, like all that kind of stuff.
So now for probably what most people are curious about, our socials and formals.
This is something that's like so different from like university to university. Here we do it where it's like your chapter will have like three formals a semester, but they're not all like formal. Like you don't, a lot of the times you're with 2 to 3 other chapters like combined at a venue. For example, our fall semester we had like an America social, which was like a formal, but it's like you just come out like decked out in America wear and you all like go hang out at a venue. We had like a winter formal, which was like more traditional, like what you'd think of a formal, like nicer dresses, guys in suits, you know. We had like a masquerade formal, so that one was like nicer, and we like wore masks and stuff. And our second one is like a costume themed party, and so it's like us in a fraternity, and you wear like assigned a costume, and you like have to find your match at the venue. You get to dress up like a deer, and like I'm looking for a guy dressed as a hunter. So girl her costume is she has to dress up like a football and find our football coach, Scott Frost.
Scott Frost. Around Halloween time, we have our costume formal, which is basically the same. And for that, I was Dora the Explorer looking for my Diego, who was not assigned to me. We had crush formal, so it's like Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
Crush. Middle of April, we have draft a date.
Oh yeah.
Which is basically jerseys.
The thing else with formals is I went into it, I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know any boys, I don't have a boyfriend.
You don't need to go with a boy.
You do not need, I know, and everybody was like, oh, you don't need to go with a boy, and I was like, okay, you don't need to, but it's like frowned upon or not. But like literally no, like we went to like 3 formals.
Yeah.
Like people just bring their friends. Like
as Theta's social chair, I can tell you a lot about socials. So just a few weeks ago, I planned a social.
So like sororities, I'll do them sometimes, and then like other times we'll do them with like a fraternity. Like we did
pumpkin carving.
We did gingerbread house decorating one time, and it's just fun. Like you just go hang out at their house for a couple hours. Then kind of along with that, so we'll do like events such as like Mom and Dad's Day, and just kind of overall, if you go through like the recruitment process and like decide it's not for you, then it's not for you, and that's okay, and people respect it. So like talk about a couple myths.
I was very scared coming in that I was going into a cult. Like, I don't know why this was giant. Can I say these things?
I don't know.
I was terrified that sororities were literally cults. Like, so going through pledging ceremonies, initiation, I was terrified. But it's not that weird.
It's really not.
It's not
like
that bad.
I
overhyped it.
You don't have to be scared. It's not like actually anything like that. It's literally so chill. Like
yeah, and I was kind of scared of hazing too. And
it's literally illegal. Like it doesn't, at least in our experiences and everybody that I know here, like that is an absolutely not. That is so bad. Literally no form of hazing at all. Like was
even
it
the smallest thing?
Was it your chapter?
We
that
can't
it was like,
do our dishes. We can't do anything. Freshmen, you cannot treat them differently. That's hazing. One myth that I really came in like 100% believing was that there was a sorority girl type, and that I was not it.
It's just like I don't want to have to like pretend to be somebody I'm not to try to do this. Like let me tell you, like there's not a type. Like between our pledge classes, it's like such a broad spectrum of like what you look like, what you're interested in, what your personality type is. You might have the idea that like once you're in a sorority, those are your friends. You can have like really good friends that like aren't in your chapter. Exhibit A.
For both of us, we've made some of our best friends just on our floor. Another thing, like if you're not in a house, you'll still have friends. I promise you. I have a ton of friends who aren't in houses. You'll meet people.
And still like come to events with us and that kind of thing.
So make sure to leave some comments below on what you want to see in our future sorority videos. Make sure to pound that subscribe button and give this video a big thumbs up.
We would appreciate it so much, and we're gonna have a little bit of a party for ourselves when we hit 100 subscribers. So we'll vlog about it.
We need 5 more.
The big 100.
When we get to 200, we'll ship you a $1 bill.
No, we won't. What's our giveaway?
That's our giveaway. It's a $1 bill in the mail.
But like, how do they enter?
That's something to talk about when we hit 200.
Yeah, so a giveaway when we hit 200, the big 200.
Do when we're at 150.
Once we hit 150 subscribers,
we'll be doing a giveaway.
Don't get overly excited. We're kind of broke.
Can we just have giveaway flashing?
Giveaway.
So see you next Sunday.
Peace.